Okay, we are now on day 9 of learning VGC. Welcome back to joining me on this journey. I almost switched teams, but I want to give it another try on this. Well, rather, I did switch teams for a couple games, but I want to give this more a try for Raging Bolt Balance. So let's see where we are at. Earth Power, Recover, Protect, Yawn. I don't think I can bring Urshifu. I mean, I can. No, I don't think I think I'd have to like specifically play around bringing Urshifu. Multi-scale, loaded dice with Terra Steel, Scale Shot, Stomping Tantrum, Tailwind. Stomping Tantrum's a little worrisome, but good to keep in mind. Okay, standard. So this one's interesting. Grassy Seed, Cobalion with just with Heavy Slam, Body Press, Iron Defense, and Terra Dragon. Steel Fight. Okay. Throat Chop. Okay. Meadow Plate. Cool. Okay. No. Is there no Assault Vest? Interesting. Woodhammer, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, U-Turn. Okay. My gut is I want to try this because I've seen some other people play. I want to lead Bolt Rillaboom. This covers for Fluttermane lead, but just kind of get a little dumpstered by Chinpow lead, but we'll figure that one out. Incineroar on the back. And then we're going to have Landorus. Okay. Okay, so I'm in a really interesting position. Interesting, not in a good way. My Rillaboom's kind of fast. It's a little fast. I don't think you're that much faster. I'm gonna Calm Mind, Fake Out the Rillaboom. Okay, so your Rillaboom's faster than mine. Good to know. Which means I probably I do know for next time, but I also know that you're not really gonna do that much damage to me. I'm gonna Calm Mind once here. What is your speed? You are probably fast. I'm gonna hard switch into Incineroar because I kind of want to. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Okay, good to know. I didn't quite know, but that's fine. We're gonna go into Lando here. What would I think you brought? I think you have D-Knight in the back. But what would you switch? I think you would protect switch the Rillaboom. I think you would do that. Yeah. Okay, I was right. And I think, yeah. Okay, absolutely called it right. I think my only misplay, my biggest misplay was that I just didn't Will-O-Wisp the slot. So you have Stomping Tantrum, Tailwind, Protect. You didn't Terra. We both still have Terra. You have Body Press, Iron. I want to hit the Earth Power in the Cobalion, and then I want to Will-O-Wisp the D-Knight. Earth Power in the Cobalion is actually really strong here. And then Scale Shot in the Lando. It's a lot of damage. You still have Terra, which is a little scary. Will-O-Wisp hits the D-Knight. Can I win? I mean, I kind of have to Terra. I mean, I kind of have to. I'm thinking about Terra. Like, what are my Terra options here? I think you're going to protect the POW. So if I think you're going to protect the POW, would it just be better to double up into D-Knight? Yes, answer is probably yes. Oh, they just double protected. Which is also incredibly smart. So which means I have to Terrifier here. The reason I'm doing it like this is because it's a lot of damage that's coming my way. There's a lot of damage that's coming my way. Oh! I think Grassy Glide. Let's see. Dude, how much damage is Grassy Glide going to do? 17%? Yeah, your Rillaboom's faster than mine, which is really good to know for next game. It's incredibly good to know. Crit matter. Crit actually mattered. Oh, I mean, kind of. I don't know. I was just curious to see if I did that. Okay. I think my leads actually weren't that bad. I'm going to do the same lead. I'm bringing Lando again. I think I got a lot of calls right. I just... Ooh, I should have led with Incineroar actually instead of Rillaboom. I mean, I'm gonna do this. That caught me off guard. Actually, incredibly caught me off guard. Okay, so let's do a change of plan then. I'm gonna protect and I'm just gonna U-turn. Dude, this guy's reading me like a fucking book this game. Oh, goodness gracious. I think I can get a free Calm Mind here, and then a fake out in the Cobalion. Okay, so now we're in a very interesting position. Interesting, and not in a great way, if I'm being honest. I kind of want to protect. Will-O-Wisp the Cobalion. I think this is a mistake, though. Iron Defense? Okay. Will-O-Wisp goes in. Hits. We always hit the Will-O-Wisps? Okay. So now... I don't want to switch this turn. I want to switch next turn. I'm going to Dragon Pulse, Flare Blitz. Ooh, that did not do nearly as much as I thought it was going to do. You're going to get a Yawn off. I'm going to Thunderclap the Cobalion and Parting Shot the Grassger Onslaught. Oh, shoot, we get a good call. I should have switched. Okay, the reason for this, specifically, I'm going to Terra Dragon Pulse the Cobalion slot. And I'm gonna Earth Power the Cobalion slot. Because if I get the knockout here, I'm in a really good spot. Like that. That's a really good spot for me. Rillaboom's out. I'm just going to click Double Protect. That did a lot of damage, but it's to be expected. I can click Protect here. And I'm going to click Sludge Bomb on the Rillaboom. The reason being is, like, I can just Protect here, and I'm, like, not in a bad spot. Like, you're just going to Grassy Glide me, which is, like, obvious. And I'm just going to sack Lando here. Okay, so the really hard thing right now, and is that, what is this Flutter Mane going to do this turn? It doesn't actually matter. I can click Thunderclap. Did I protect last turn? I did protect. Yeah. I can click Thunderclap and Fake Out here. That didn't knock out. Ooh. But it didn't matter. I am going to protect and just Flare Blitz the Rillaboom slot. Because, like, theoretically, would it have been better to just... Yeah, okay. This is a good set. I actually really enjoyed this set. So 2 games in a row I brought the same thing. Like, if I'm being honest, like, what is Lando at? Well, Lando is, like, dealt with the Cobalion. Like, is there to deal with the Cobalion. And I feel like that's just, like, what you're good for here. Okay, what am I pressuring here? I think I could switch into Lando and then just... Yeah, the reason being is, like, you're gonna... Dang, I didn't even see that play. Did not see that play coming. I did not see that play. I should have Terra Ghost there. If I Terra Ghost there, he loses, right? Yeah, it was if I was going to do that play, like, I Terra Ghost. Yeah, that would have been very strong. That would have been a very strong play. I'm going to substitute, and I'm just going to U-turn the Rillaboom slot. The reason being is that Cobalion is going to protect. I don't think this guy's not going to protect. And I'm going to... Bro. I am just getting outplayed this game. I'm just getting absolutely outplayed this entire set. And that's the most annoying thing about this is I'm just like, I'm losing, but purely just because, like, I'm just getting read like a book. This guy has me read like a book. Oh, bro. I should palm mine. I'm like, I just got read like a book that game. That was the most frustrating. Game 3 was frustrating. I just got read like a book. Yeah, if I just Terra ghosted my Incineroar, I think I auto win there. Because Rillaboom goes down. Should go down, at least theoretically. Rillaboom goes down. Lando has a free switch. Yeah. Anyways. Is it? Okay, I'm looking at this, and like, is it not just POW, Rillaboom, Incin, Bolt? I think you absolutely just double protect here, right? So my thought process is that I think Regidrago is the one that's going to protect. But they double protect. Yeah, you just double protect here. Which is a little scary. But it's not actually, because I can just do that and then click U-turn in the Regidrago slot. Yeah, the reason being I'm thinking this is that, I mean, the only thing I can think of is you'd switch into like Iron Crown or Goldango. But that leaves like you wouldn't. Oh, you would. That play just loses to me for clicking Icicle Crash on the Drago. That's the annoying part. Ah! That's the most annoying part about all of this, is that that play loses to me just clicking the funny button. That's the most annoying part about it. Ah! I overthought it. If I just click, yeah, because I'm just like, if I just click Icicle Crash on the Drago, it just dies. And then U-turn's there to finish anything off. If he Terras, that's fine. What did I click? Yeah, on the Gambit. The likelihood you are clicking, like, I'm probably faster. What's the likelihood you're clicking Protect on this? Probably high. Am I okay just to hard switch into Incineroar, saying you're going to protect? Yes. Show me protect. If you don't, if I will forfeit the set. I would actually forfeit. Wow. Wow. This guy just does not play safe. This guy just does not. The same leads are good here. I think the same leads are really good here. That guy just didn't play safe because I'm just thinking, like, you just lose if I click Thunderclap, right? And I'm like, you just lose if I click Icicle Crash, right? Terra water. You can't Terra in front of my bro, if I click the Icicle Crash on the King Gambit, there again. I'm gonna click Icicle Crash on the Gambit and then just Wood Hammer. Crit didn't matter. Because I'm like, I can survive a Make It Rain. And that did a lot of damage. I could have Terrifier to make it easier, but I'm like, I'm going to survive that. Will Spring Ogre Pawn. Glad I didn't Terrifier. I kind of want to protect the U-turn the Ogre Pawn. Yeah, because I'm like very confident you're just gonna do that. I'm gonna Sucker Punch. Fake out the Ogre Pawn. I think we just protect. Okay. I think we protect. I'm not Parting Shot the Ogre Pawn. The reason being is like I want Pow alive. And like I live and Make It Rain. Ooh, I did not time that right. That's fine. I do this. I click the funny buttons, right? Yeah, we're gonna click the funny buttons. I did not do that correctly. I didn't look. If I looked it correctly, I probably would have. Yeah, click the funny buttons. Funny buttons are clicked. I do Cudgel. Go to Incineroar. Drago's last. I still have Terra. I think I'm going to Parting Shot the Drago and click U-turn the Ogre Pawn. I should have clicked U-turn the Ogre Pawn. Definitely still hit the Parting Shot and hit the U-turn in the Ogre Pawn. The reason being also is like, yeah, it's fine. You can hit the Follow Me. Okay, just Terra Fairy. Honestly, yeah, just Terra Fairy, Calm Mind. I'm gonna fake out the Drago. Because I'm like, you're just gonna do that. Insane reads. Okay, is there a way? Okay, wait, did you Terra? You did already Terra. So I just clicked Dragon. I probably didn't need a Terra there. And then, oh, so just click Will-O-Wisp there. Or not Will-O-Wisp, whatever that move was. Did neg damage. This should knock out. You're gonna do neg damage because you you have like 3 minus, like, is that -3 attack? Yeah, it's minus a lot attack. I don't think you bring Drago this time. Your Drago kind of gets walled. It's like, I'm looking, right? Like, I don't think Urshifu's good here. Urshifu doesn't really do a whole lot against these. Like, the only thing I can think of instead of bringing Bolt is Lando. I definitely bring Rillaboom Pow first. I think it's Bolt. Well, it's like... yeah, let's keep the same. I didn't even think about that, honestly. But, honestly, like, I think you Tachyon Cutter here. And then, do you Trick Room? I don't think you Trick Room. I think you Tachyon Cutter the POW slot. I'm thinking too, like, if I think you're gonna Tachyon Cutter me, would it not just be better to click the U-turn in the DD slot and protect? Yeah, just get a whole bunch of damage on, that's fine. We'll go into Incineroar, and just basically, like, the goal with this is, like, I want to pressure you. Of course I want to pressure you. But, like, I want to do a lot of pressure here. And if I get turn orders right, like, I think you're going to double up into the POW slot here. You follow me. Expand. I mean, I don't think you Tachyon Cutter the instant slot. I feel like I can just click Flare Blitz on the Iron Crown and then just switch in the Rillaboom. Yeah, and which is fine. Like, I kind of figured you were gonna burn. Oh. Do I Terra Fire here is the question. Flare Blitz, Terra Fire, fake out the Indeedee? That was my biggest concern, is if they did that. Trick Room is up, though. Hold on. Parting Shot the Regidrago. U-turn the Regidrago? Trick Room's still up. How can I make advantage? How can I take advantage of this? Do I win through Bolt? No. We don't win through Bolt. If Bolt lives, but we don't win through Bolt this game now. Bring back an Incineroar. Bolt next to... That's fine. Like, I just don't think we'll win through Bolt anymore. Oh. Okay. We have to play our cards so well now. I think you are protecting this. Which means I just hard switch in the Rillaboom, right? And Dede's up, though. I hard switch in the POW. The reason being is I think I can still win through Bolt now. But I switch into POW because just in case they switch into Indeedee. Protect, yep, what I expected. The goal now is I'm putting a lot of pressure on this right Drago. To the point where it's like, I'm going to call mine, just Icicle Crash the Drago slot. Because I don't think a Make It Rain knocks me out. I can win through Bolt. Oh, interesting. I can't believe this guy just doesn't click Protect ever. Nasty plot, okay. Bring in the Indeedee. Yes. I'm gonna Protect, bring in the Rillaboom. Wait. No. Double Protect, because Indeedee will just go down. And then I win the Terrain War. Iron Crown is out. We go into Rillaboom. No, we don't. That doesn't go into Rillaboom. I'm a Thunderclap. We just go into Rillaboom. I'm gonna Thunderclap the Goldango slot. That did a lot of damage. But you know what else didn't? You know what didn't do a lot of damage? That Goldango. Okay. I think you're going to Protect the Dango. But I've been wrong so many different times from this guy before. I'm going to click Thunderclap, Woodhammer on the Iron Crown slot. Wait, I have 4 Mons left. Wait, you Psychicked? Oh, Pal Sweeps! Okay. I'm going to click Thunderclap, Woodhammer on the Crown. No. Thunderclap, Woodhammer on the Crown. Okay. And now I'm just going to click Thunderclap. Actually, I'm going to click Protect Grassy Glide. I'm going to call mine, switch into POW. Because at the point, that's checkmate. Right? Because you can't... What did I click? Call mine? I did. I'm gonna click D-Pulse, Sucker Punch. I'm just gonna make you do it. I'm putting you in a blender. Like, this is checkmate. You can't do anything. You're in a blender. I don't know if a blender is the right term for it, but it really isn't anything you can do now. Like, you can Protect, but I keep clicking D-Pulse, Sucker Punch. Like, theoretically, I could lose, but like, I'm just gonna keep clicking D-Pulse, Sucker Punch every single time. Oh, that was so annoying. This person, like, game 1, they just did not Protect. I don't know. They just didn't respect my options, and they got away with it every single time, which is kind of annoying. But I'm glad I was able to turn that one around. Oh man, I think what play was actually the play that won me the game, if I'm being honest. It was the fact that Bolt didn't die. I was actually shocked. I was ready to not play around Bolt anymore. I'm like, oh, I can't play around Bolt anymore because, like, I can't just wall Drago now, because if I just Terra Fairy, I wall Drago. So, like, here, Protect the U-turn, because I'm like, you're going to get this off no matter what. The Incineroar. I think it was this play, right? Hard switching the Rillaboom to move the terrain over. You're going to follow me, and then... See, this was kind of annoying, actually. Tachyon Cutter. Like... The parting shot on this slot was actually incredible. Terrifier was useless. Terrifier was incredibly useless. It was incredibly useless. I shouldn't have done that. I think I was like, yeah, but like this play was really good, and then the parting shot here because just like, oh, I'm trickering, I'm faster. I can go into bolts, U-turn here, get more fake out pressure again, get Rillaboom out so that way like just in case live that in the bolt living both Make It Rain and the Goldango. I mean the Make It Rain and the Drago was incredible. And then here is like, okay, cool, Goldango's kind of useless. But like I don't think you're gonna attack, right? Like I feel like you're just gonna double protect. Which they should have. Honestly, they should, unless they knew. No, like they should have. Like D-Pulse. If I clicked D-Pulse on that Drago, it was over. But anyways, I'm happy with the way I played that game. Game 2 and 3, not 1, not 1. Game 2 and 3, I'm kind of happy how I played that game. Those games. 1 was awful. So more or less a mirror match. Okay, interesting. But the biggest difference is that you have the Ogerpon with Grassy Glide and Rillaboom. Okay, so this tells me, unfortunately, I cannot bring Urshifu. Urshifu just gets destroyed. Yeah, Urshifu gets destroyed here. I feel like, if I'm being honest with you, leading Bolt is strong here. I didn't even look at your moves, all your moves. Citrus Berry, interesting. With Taunt, Parting Shot. Maybe leading Bolt isn't strong anymore. Oh, your Booster Energy. Maybe leading Bolt isn't strong anymore. Maybe I can finish the game with Bolt. I can finish the game with Bolt. But so then I feel like I lead Incineroar, Lando, Bolt. Do I bring Rillaboom? I think they're gonna bring their own. Yeah, let's just do it. I think you are going to bring, if I'm game 1, like I do see you leading Ogerpon, Rillaboom, or Ogerpon, Incineroar. I think Ogerpon is going to be led. Incineroar, Lando versus Incineroar, Bolt. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to make you do it. I'm going to fake out Substitute. The reason being is like, I don't know their speeds, and I don't know if they're going to risk. I don't know if they're going to be like, I'm just going to set your speed for speed high, dude. And if they are, like, I think Lando's going to get faked out, 100%. I think like that. Yep. I'm gonna Parting Shot the Bolt then, and then I'm gonna Earth Power. Is Earth Power the instant slot even good? I'm gonna Parting Shot for sure. I think Earth Powering the instant slot's fine. I think the only other thing is like, I think you're gonna switch the Incineroar, but like I feel like you're not gonna switch the Incineroar. You're gonna click Parting Shot, Terra Fairy, Incineroar goes down, one shot. Okay, D-Pulse comes out. That's fine. Lando lives. Okay, and then we're gonna go into Rillaboom, just get more fake out pressure going. And then their Rillaboom. Cool. I'm not clicking fake out. So there's two things I want to do. I'm not clicking fake out. I'm going to click U-turn in the Rillaboom, and I'm just going to protect. The reason being is that Bolt is either going to Calm Mind this turn or protect. And Landorus is either going to get Grassy Glided into or faked out. I don't foresee you going for an actual attack. Unbelievable cinema here. Okay. clicking Flare Blitz into the Rillaboom slot, and I am hard switching into Rillaboom from Landorus. The reason being for my thought process on this is that Bolts is like this, basically. I think you're going to Grassy Glide into my Rillaboom. And I don't think your Bolt's going to get a knockout this turn. Pow's out. Okay, Pow is up. Who do I sack now is the great question. I think I can Parting Shot Fake Out. Deep Pulse into Incineroar. That's fine. We're going to my own Bolt. I'm going to protect Bolt, and I'm just going to switch an Incineroar. I'm going to say, see you later, buddy. You did your job. You did your job, and that's fine. We're happy for you. I could also, theoretically, instead of protecting here, I can just Terra Fairy Calm Mind, because then Bolt really can't touch me, and everything else is fine, and I think it's probably good. So we're just going to go Incineroar here, still. We're going to Terra Fairy. I still crash in the Instant slot. You're going to Calm Mind, which is fine. Am I worried about this endgame? The answer is not no. It's also not yes. I think I'll just click Calm Mind. Parting Shot the Bolt. Yes, because I knew you were going to do that. Ooh, I forgot I was not faster. Okay, so I just Deep Pulse Wood Hammer. Actually, a Thunderclap Wood Hammer. The reason being is I think Thunderclap will knock out. Thunderclap will knock out the POW. Wood Hammer may or may not knock out the POW, but Thunderclap for sure knocks out the POW. And so now I do did we do the funny game? I think I just click this, right? That was an interesting game. It was an interesting in a good way, in my opinion. That was fun. What was the leads? So Bolt, Ensign into my Ensign, Lando. I think Ensign, Lando, Rilla, Bolt is still good. Like, what did my Bolt do? I mean, it knocked out POW. Bolt knocked out POW last game. Putting them in a blender was fun. I think I'm okay doing the same leads, because the biggest thing my lead would lose to is if they went like Urshifu, POW, and then said, I'm just killing Landorus, which would suck. I would have to Terra fake out the Urshifu. Okay, same leads as before. I don't think I ever figured out who was faster. Who's faked out went first last game? Wait. Who's Intimidate went first? Mine's okay. Mine did. other option I'm floating in my mind is just protect Parting Shot. And I think that's a good play too. We got the Terra. That's huge. They Calm Mind. They Terra it in front of it, which is amazing. I'm going to go into my own bolt here. Mainly because, like, I'm not going to Terra. I'm going to hard switch back into my Incineroar. Because I think you're either going to taunt Parting Shot my bolts, and what is your bolt going to do? You might target the Lando. Okay, you just target the Incineroar. So there's two. This person's in a really awkward position. I am pressuring the Brillaboom and the Bolt. I can't also just Terrafire and go Flare Blitz. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We're gonna play it safe, and I'm going to say, okay, you can fake out Protect. Not a bad play to fake out Protect. You go for the Calm Mind. I'm gonna do I let the Rillaboom live? I'm gonna Parting Shot, Earth Power the Bolt. Parting Shot the Bolt, Earth Power. I think that's fine, because if I just get more damage... Do I even need to get damage on this Bolt is the question. Can I ignore this Bolt fundamentally? Like, theoretically? Yes, the answer is yes. The answer is just yes, I can. I can just do that. Because they Terra the Incineroar, I can just ignore it. The issue now is, like, this Incineroar is a huge threat to me right now. I kind of want to just do this. Actually, I'm going to switch Protect. I don't think you're going to call my switch. And then I'm going to Wood Hammer, Earth Power the Incineroar slot. Because again, like, who is the threat here? It's not Bolt. It's actually not Bolt, because I can just Terra. I just Terra in front of the Bolt and click. Like, in the 1v1 now, I just win. Like, the Bolt can't do anything to me. I just run him out of Thunderclaps and say good luck. Like, that's the game plan now. Like, I just run you out of Thunderclaps and just say good luck. Earth Power, okay. Wood Hammer, please. And then you're gonna, yes, okay, that's fine. This was like the biggest, like, question now is, like, where is this Mon? I think I can do this. So, this is going to sound stupid. And it wasn't completely stupid, which is important. I'm going over my head, like, how the fuck do I win this game? And how many... You haven't used a single Thunderclap? And I kind of have to just protect. I do kind of just have to protect going to Rillaboom. Do you have Swords Dance? You do. Another option I have is I can just Terra Dragon Pulse, go into Rillaboom, which is probably a better play. What? Because I don't think you're going to call this. You didn't call it. I think I can Calm Mind, fake out the Bolt. I definitely can Calm Mind here. I'm gonna Flare Blitz the Overpawn. I'm gonna Calm Mind, Parting Shot the Bolt, because I'm like, I think you're gonna Spiky Shield here. Okay. I think I live one. I think I live one Thunderclap. I live more than one Thunderclap. Alright, now we just win. We win this out. We click Calm Mind. Click Calm Mind again. Actually. Thunderclap's at 34%. I'll put you on the defensive now. You have 5 more. I could probably stall you out. Thunderclap did what, 29%? Yep. And we win! Whew. They were fun. Those were tough. I did kind of read this guy like a book. I'm actually very happy with how I played this game. You know what? Every last 7 days, I've ended on a bad note, and I'm kind of sour. I feel so sour, but we're almost at an hour. I'm gonna do a little bit of yapping for the last 5 minutes. I'm actually very happy with how my last couple games. I want to end on a good note for once, and so we're gonna do that. One of the things I want to work on is that, and something that I told myself when weeks ago rather, that I want to do is I come from a MOBA background. It's easier, and unfortunately my fiance, who I love very dearly and very much appreciate who puts up with us, is that I do a lot of comparison to League of Legends because I come from a MOBA background. League of Legends is super important to me. So thinking about things in terms of League of Legends actually is really helpful. So I think that I need to be able to break down this team into like League of Legends terms, basically. Like, who's my hard carry? Who are my supports? Who are like there just to be an annoyance, basically. And obviously, the two hard carries on this team, like basically rather, I don't want to say hard carries because I feel like that kind of isn't what this team is doing per se. Who are the two carries I need to peel for? That's a better way of saying it. Who are the two carries in this team I need to peel for? And that's Urshifu and Bolt. Obviously, I mean, it's Raging Bolt balance. So you got to peel for Urshifu, you got to peel for Bolt. And who are my two peelers? Well, they are Incineroar and Rillaboom. These two are here to peel for my two carries. Make space for my carries, so that way my carries can win the game. And then the thing I struggled with the most when I kind of thought about this team in that direction was, well, what are Pau and Lando then? And so when I originally thought of it, like, how do I think about this in terms of League of Legends? I kind of got stumped a little bit in some of this. But one of the things is, not just I come from a League of Legends background, I come from a MOBA background. So I'm very knowledgeable about... I have knowledge. I have knowledge, not knowledgeable. Depends on the MOBA I'm very knowledgeable on. But I have knowledge in other MOBAs. So I have knowledge of Dota. And Dota does roles and numbers. You're like you're 1, you're 2, you're 3, you're 4, you're 5. I think anybody who plays Dota is going to roast me and be like, no, you're describing this wrong. Doesn't matter. It does actually matter a little bit to you, and I'm not trying to understate that. But it doesn't matter to me because, like, this is helping me think about the team. So obviously, like, my 1s and my 2s, like, my hard carries, again, the carries I'm going to peel for are my Raging Bolt and my Urshifu. And then my more supportive roles, I think they're about 4 5s. My 5 is definitely Incineroar. Like, you are my hard support. You deal damage. Flamelets does a lot of damage, but you're very much a support in essence. Rillaboom's a 4, does damage, does a decent amount of damage, can carry games, can win games outright, but also is there to support and PL being a nuisance. So, the issue is, like, I think Urshifu and Bolt are 1s. I think Lando is more of a 3 than a 2. But they're 2. I don't think there's a 3. It's either there's no 5 or a 3. And I think there's no 5. I think Incineroar and Rillaboom can be 4s. Maybe Rillaboom can be a 3. Lando's and Power 2s, and Bolts and Urshifu are 1s. Meaning, well, what does that mean? I don't have a MOBA background, DankishDolphin. What the hell does this mean? Great question. It means team building, comp building. Okay? Like, obviously, I play a lot. If you review my games, I bring in Incineroar and Rillaboom almost at least one of those to every single game, which is good. Well, most of the time, I'm bringing both of them. So I could bring Bolt, Urshifu, Incineroar, Rillaboom, but I think the meta is so hostile to Urshifu because Urshifu is a fantastic Pokemon. So I have to think of, like, so a lot of the times I can't do that because I have to make space for both. And I feel like I could do 2 things in this direction. One, keep thinking this thing in this direction, okay? I can bring Bolt or Urshifu because I need to make space for one. Or I can bring Urshifu in the front and just say, Urshifu's just there to disrupt the game. It's just your chaos incarnate. I'm going to disrupt, and that's my space I'm making. And that's kind of what Pau and Lando do. Pau more is disruption, I would say. But, like, I guess in a better sense is that, like, what am I trying to accomplish? And I'm going and I'm kind of talking out loud, and if you're trying to follow along, it's like, this sounds hella confusing. I'm sorry. It's stuff I wanted to get in writing. I'm just kind of yapping a little bit, just to spend the last couple of minutes yapping because I'm in a much better mood because I'm ending on a higher note. I think at the end of the day, right, it's good to think about this kind of stuff in that direction, but I think I was more onto something like, well, what do I have to do, right? What are the goals of, like, Incineroar and Rillaboom? They're the peel. They're just the peel. Sometimes the peel is to kill things. Well, what's the best form of crowd control in a MOBA? Just not killing somebody. Just do it, right? Just bam, done. The tank, support, whatever, assassin is killing your carry. Oh, guess what? I don't need to peel the assassin because the assassin is dead, right? And that's kind of what Rillaboom does a lot. Incineroar kind of does a little bit. And Lando and Power more like an off carry. Like they're there to clean up the game, or they are there to deal so much damage that my carries can clean the game up, right? And I guess in essence, like that's kind of like the job. But like, I think I don't know. Maybe I could be thinking about this wrong. I don't know. I kind of want to sit on it because I feel like because part of me wants to say like, you know, Bolt and Urshifu shouldn't be doing like most of the damage. They should just be doing like their damage is more should be more pinpointed. Obviously, like circumstances, right? Like, oh, hey, you know, there is a Regidrago, right? Regidrago, who's Terra Dragon, who has 2 Dragon modes to protect and Earth Power. Well, you can't really sit that Regidrago in POW, so POW's like that check, right? But like, I guess more surface level, more broadly speaking of this, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. I think this team kind of like fits that a little bit, but it's like, I feel like this team has like, I think this, part of me is really wanted to switch from this team because it feels like I'm not learning anything from this team, but at the same time, it's like this team has a lot of options. The more I'm kind of talking this through out loud is like, well, I can have a Bolt hard carry. I have an Urshifu hard carry mode. I have an Urshifu disruption mode. And the more I'm talking about it, the more I actually really like it because I like having options like that. I love skill expression like this. And so this feels incredibly like you could probably argue that if I'm wanting to learn the game, like something this like this team is very skill expressive and how I want to like play things out and like how I want to do things. I probably shouldn't do things like this, but I like high skill caps. Doesn't mean I'm good at them, but I like high skill caps. If you sat through my rambling and thank you. It probably made no sense because this is just jumbled up words in my mind. I didn't get into writing. I will probably do that at some point, but I'm ending on a good note. I think every single game, even that first set where at game 3 I got read like a book, like I'm happy with my performance. I think I'm just happy with my performance. I think I did well. I think I played well, and so I want to do well. So thank you, everyone. If everyone's sticking around, thank you. Truth be told, be a little bit more open. I've been feeling kind of demotivated to do this on my performance, but with the help of my fiance and just doing this has kept me moving forward. And so if anyone has stuck through this and watched this, and thank you. It does mean a lot. But yeah, stay tuned for day 10 where we hit the double digits and we'll only get higher. Thank you.